That's the manliest pair I have.
I have on and ones. This goes back for years, by the way.
Okay.
And ones. And I have a weird obsession with and one underwear. I will seek them out. Right now, only Walmart offers and one underwear because they fit perfect and they just, I don't know, they fit.
This episode is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
Injured on the go?
Just call Mo. Listen, if you are going through something and you need a personal injury attorney, it's Mo DeWitt. Whether it's motorcycle, slip and fall, bus, if it has anything to do with your well-being and a vehicle and an incident, you need to call Mo DeWitt.
He's a beast in the community. He sponsors live events, supports local businesses just like ours, and he's definitely the first one you should call if you need a personal injury attorney. He has represented countless Central Floridians when they're in their biggest moment of need. He'll do the same for you. Injured on the go?
Just call Mo. Baby, yes, you did it. You made it. Welcome. Come on in. Kick your shoes off. You're invited. How you doing? Welcome to episode 41 of Good Sauce with Rauce and Joel. My name is Ross Padgett. That is Joel Warren.
Hey, hello.
Oh, yeah, and it's always produced by who other than Nico Renedo.
Yes, sir.
And we have a very special guest. In a weird way, kind of like an audio programming father figure. It's a fun fact. I feel like everybody who's listening to this should know this, that if it wasn't for today's guest, this podcast, simply put, does not exist. And if it does exist, it's not nearly as good or as prepared. That's the closest you'll ever hear me calling this program good. Please put your hands together for my good friend, my audio you never forget your first, my first audio partner, Lord Savior, Mr. Jim Colbert. Yeah. We're bringing.
Do we do that now? We bark now?
Yeah, we're
dogs.
Yeah, we're barking. We're going.
We bark.
Yeah, we're Arsenio Holland.
All kinds of things we've never done before.
That's fine. I got no problem with it.
Yeah, so this is so awesome because you're one of us now.
Oh, yeah.
So for years I was on your show, but now today,
Yes.
the tables have been turned.
Yes.
And the first thing I need to ask you guys is, do you ever go into your car halfway through your journey, you realize that yesterday's underwear is still in your jeans? Who's coming with me?
Yep, done it.
You've done it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, let's be honest. You've done it.
I've not done that.
No.
I've had my wife's panties in my...
No.
I've had my wife's panties in my jeans,
Okay,
but not my own.
There's more questions than that.
Yeah.
Now it sounds like you were wearing your wife's panties the day before and you
Because
forgot.
you did not say in my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her panties are a little too big for me. No, I mean, it's that wash thing where panties get places. My wife wears those tiny little panties.
They do get to places. I will be honest
Yeah.
with you. Not only will you find, girlfriend panties or wife panties in like your pants, they'll be in the little tiny pocket within the pocket, the inception pocket.
Yeah.
The unnecessary dual pocket,
Yeah.
which is only made for, I'm assuming, hard drugs.
Yeah, that's where you put your Advil.
That's it.
It's a zipper the cops search first.
Yeah.
Like, open up the drug pocket, please. Are those your wife's panties? Oh, there's the cocaine.
Renedo, come on. Joel's joined me on this. I cannot believe you would not be that you're lying. You have to be honest. You have to have had underwear in your pants, correct?
All right.
You look like a guy who's gone to work a little too stressed out, and then all of a sudden you're like, yep, I've got yesterday's underwear in my pants. I just did it. I'm a dad.
I'm confused on whether I'm wearing. Am I still wearing? Like I never changed them. Like what are you talking about? Like a yesterday's pair of underwear is just still caught up in the pant leg or something?
Yes. So
bro. I ain't never done that.
When you strip your pants, you strip them like a 4-year-old. You pull everything off at once, so they all get tied up. And then the next day, you just put those dirty ass jeans right back on, and those drawers are still in there.
See,
Wait. You don't wash jeans hardly ever, right?
But these are 2 weeks for these right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got you beat.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. I do.
Oh, I don't want to know.
I think I've had these pair of jeans that I'm currently wearing for like 3 months now. Washed them once, and that was after week 2.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't realize it was like a cast iron skillet. Like you barely clean it. You know?
Cast iron jeans are what we live in.
I guess that's what America is.
Yeah, cast iron denim, baby, USA.
How often do you wash yours? Your jeans?
I don't own a lot of pair of jeans. I go chinos mostly.
You're a chino guy?
Yeah.
Chino guy, yeah. So you've
I'm
never
still proud to be an American.
So you've never had the
You can't have cast iron chinos though. That's a whole.
Yeah, you gotta watch
no.
them.
That's like a gang.
diem.
Yeah, the cast iron chino. Yeah, I would watch that on TV.
so Joel and I are the only two people that we are willing to be open about having yesterday's underwear.
I'll be honest.
Making
The first time you said it, I didn't know you meant in the pant leg. I thought you meant you just wear your underwear again.
Oh no,
That's what I was.
But I've also I've done everything.
Yeah,
okay, you don't get to say that like what you do is better because that sounds a lot worse than
No, it's
what
not.
I was talking about.
Both of us are disgusting.
Okay, that we can agree on. Yeah.
But I have had the situation to where like my boxers were too big for me, but I still tried to wear them. But my pants were regular size. But what would happen is my boxers would then slide down.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
That's why I
feeling
quit
in
wearing
the world.
boxers. Was this kind of nonsense?
Yeah, but everybody's here boxer brief people. We are
Oh yeah.
I go dry fit boxer brief.
Oh, dry fit. Okay.
I love how underwear is advertised and marketed towards guys where it's like it's basically it has the same vibe as like a new gun being released to like the military where it's like my underwear right now is called Hanes X. Hanes X. It's got
Hanes
Woodstock
Extreme.
99 vibes.
I bought
You know?
I bought some underwear at Marshall's, which is where men's clothes are sold.
Yep.
And I got their Caterpillar. Machine brand.
Yeah. I
That's
have
the
on
manliest pair I have.
I have on and ones. This goes back for years, by the way.
Okay.
And ones, and I have a weird obsession with and one underwear. I will seek them out right now. Only Walmart offers and one underwear because they fit perfect and they just I don't know they fit. I like and one.
and you get a free throw.
yeah, and you get a free throw.
And you get a free, and you get a good chance at a 3-point play. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
And they give you a pair of obsolete sneakers.
I love the little icon for and one, right? It still have the guy doing the crossover on it.
Yeah.
And it's got like it's part of the A going into the one.
Right.
It's a slick logo. There's no need to redesign.
I just I definitely did that and I really got into my head. Yesterday I had to wake up early. I woke up early. I was halfway on 408 and I was like, "Oh no, I'm swelling up." I thought I had a medical emergency where I was
I
like,
thought you had a growth and it was boxer brief.
dude, I thought my left leg grew some side of growth and it was soft. And with throwing this out here too, it was warm as well because I have more cloth. You see what I'm saying? Like
I do.
I've got more fabric on that part, so it was warmer.
Man, you must have been tripping. That's
It was-
a big ass knot up on your thigh like that. I would have been tripping balls.
I thought I had
Literally.
I thought I thought I
God
had
almighty, dude.
something that I needed to get drained, and then it was just yesterday's underwear.
How good did it feel to pull those out?
It felt like I was a really bad magician. Like no one.
Because you ta-da'd your and ones.
And then what was worse is that I was walking up to like the front door to go to this gig, and halfway through, that's when I pulled it out.
That's when the rabbit came out?
Yeah, that's when the rabbit came out. And that's when I put it in my backpack.
You're like this guy.
There's a woman walking next to me going, "No way." Like she definitely has a strong chance of understanding. She probably saw me and walked away from seeing me going like, "Did that guy just
You did this in
pull out?"
public?
Yeah. I was walking because like I got out of my car. I was in a rush. I had to run.
You never
well.
thought about, you didn't think about dipping into somewhere and doing that, like where the general public couldn't check it out?
I'll be honest with you. I was down to the seconds.
Okay, very nice.
I was down to
you think-
seconds. I had to run.
Do you think she was impressed or do you think she was disgusted?
She wasn't looking for a tip jar, you know?
Yeah.
That's on a 20% moment.
Yeah, no, that's not what that is at all.
Wait, did you pull it down the leg or out the top?
Out the top.
Yeah, the
It
top.
was like left thigh, back of left thigh.
That's not an easy grab.
Yeah.
You had to go deep down. Did
Yeah,
you
but-
unbuckle at all?
No.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah. These
Did you-
pants are fitting.
Yeah, can I ask a very? Did you smell them for some reason? When they come out, because I don't know about guys. When I put my hand in my pants in any way, shape, or form, I have to smell my hand afterwards. It's like it's like a cooch check.
It's an oil check.
It's an oil check.
Right.
It's like, you want to make sure, and I don't know, for no reason, you want to make sure you're fresh.
Yeah.
And there's
You never are.
you never are. You're right. Fresh out of the shower. If you do a nut grab, it's gonna be smoky. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, there's no rules. That is odd that
Yeah.
even fresh out of a shower, it's like, why it still smells like
Yeah.
Shrek lives here. Why it seems like DreamWorks made this and Pinocchio's about to start a rebellion to go save his home. What do you? So that's my question is like, what other little? Do you have any semi-disgusting things? We just found out his perpetual hand check, the oil check, and I agree. Dudes do that. That's what we do. But it's for the betterment of society.
Can I ask you guys a question real quick?
All right, let's ride.
Do you guys maintain the area? Do you guys maintain that? Because there's an old school thought process that you don't trim that up. You're a man. You don't trim that up. It's supposed to be that way. And then we have weird expectations for girls like that. So there's a weird kind of double standard when it comes to
kind of a one-way street.
The other problem, though, is girls don't have to deal with the stick, because here's the thing. When you shave that area down there, especially the boys, man, it becomes, all of a sudden, it's just immediately attracted to the side of your thigh.
That's true. There's a Velcro-like sensation.
And I find myself perpetually peeling that off like a shower curtain on a wet tub.
Yeah, I get that. It's like, like you ever.
And we live in Florida.
And you live in Florida. I mean, you're 14 seconds out the door and you're peeling the curtain.
You already said out the shower you got smoky grundle.
Yeah.
It could get real jungle-like real fast.
And then it's in the middle of July. Like it reminds me of like a fruit roll-up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Or not a fruit. A fruit roll-up when you have to take off the wax plastic paper.
That's exactly what it's like. Same color.
Yeah, same
color. If you watermelon's the same color. And I'll tell you something else that's weird too. And I don't know if you guys deal with this because I don't know Renedo enough to know if he's hairy. He's got a big thick beard. I guess he is.
Oh, look, he's hairy. He's Armenian.
So I'm hairy, right? So here's the problem. When you want to shave that area, it's like hair, bald, hair. So I have like an oasis of just white nut skin. And it's like everything else is hairy.
And it looks like you're arrogant. Like it assumes participation.
Right, exactly.
Like someone's going to see this. Better keep it high and tight.
Yeah, that's hilarious that you are really sending that message to yourself.
I knew you'd see that.
Yeah. If you're a single guy and you're manscaping and you're taking care of that, you are really telling yourself,
talk about a ta-da.
It's basically like putting on cologne without putting on cologne. You think that you're going to the land of the milk and honey.
You're not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere. That was just for you.
Especially, I mean, look at us. Like I've got a hoodie on.
Oh yeah.
Like
I spilled coffee on my way in here on myself. Onto already dirty ass jeans.
But underneath those and ones is straight Ferrari crotch.
Yeah. It is.
It's looking good. It's streamlined. So I've never. I think I shaved once in the very beginning, and I was like, never again.
Very beginning of what?
Of puberty, manhood. Yeah. I was like in high school, and I buzzed, and then
because there were two hairs.
Well, yeah. First of all, not a lot of hairs. I was not good at it. I should really give it another try.
No one's good at it. The angles are against you.
Yeah.
It's sharp and then soggy.
Yeah. Because I'll be honest, how my stuff is, how my bushnail's growing, it's very parted. It's very down the center. It kind of looks like
a Red Sea.
And it looks like, kind of like a Red Sea without the red. I see what you did there.
It's got like a 1930s haircut where they would part it right down the middle and then just peel it off to the sides and wax it.
Do you remember Crispin Glover and Charlie's Angels?
Yes! Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
And his hair had like this little... Yeah, that's basically what I've got going.
You've got Crispin
Glover. Yeah, I've got Crispin Glover Grundle.
Dude, that is...
I got Glover Grundle.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Is that natural?
Natural. It's a
natural part.
Yeah, it's a natural part. So, like, if I do shave, I have to be, bipartisan, equal on the left and equal on the right.
This is America. You don't have to do that.
No,
you should leave one side long.
Yeah.
Just because. Get one side January 6th, the other side Questlove.
I want to know which side of your nuts stormed the Capitol.
It's the right one.
But legit,
clearly.
Here's the number one reason why I never did it again since high school. Because I wasn't very good at it. It kind of hurt. I wasn't great. I was like, I'm not doing this again. But then when it grew back and it had this like 5 o'clock shadow, I hated looking down there and seeing stubble. I couldn't stop thinking of like male face seeing that way of hair. So now I hated all of it. I didn't like how my all of a sudden I look down and this guy looks drunk. You know, he looks after a hard day of work. I'd rather have you unkempt and relaxed like a hippie than a drunk off of a construction job.
I wasn't touching mine in high school, man. I was so proud to get anything in high school because I was a late bloomer when it came to hair. I was a real late bloomer. Like
That's so funny to hear.
I remember in the
What a fun thing to hear.
I remember in the 9th grade, like when everybody else was just, and I grew up around men. I mean, these guys were like 12, you know, they literally, these guys were like, you know, driving at 14 years old to school. Nobody cared. And they all were like these burly ass like country boys, right? And we were in gym and
Tattoos.
Mandatory showers in gym. And I remember first day, 9th grade, I walk in, I look around. It looks like a bunch of 30-year-old lumberjacks or crab fishermen. And then I walk in, and one guy from the back goes, "Check it out, Colbert's got a bald rack."
Oh no, bold rack.
And I immediately turned around, and I was like, "God Almighty, dude, what a thing to say to somebody."
Did you have to not cry?
No, it was.
Did it hurt that bad? Because sometimes at that age,
Oh man,
you probably never heard bald rack before that
There's
moment.
like 4 guys in here with hair, and all of a sudden I'm the bad guy out because I'm bald racking, and then of course God took care of me because
and in the
2 years
shower,
later,
you never want to hear, "Hey, look, everybody."
yeah, you never.
I had a friend, I'm not going to tell you because it's super embarrassing. It was my brother. His name is Chase. He had this happen to him in middle school where he was wearing tighty whities, right? He's all of a sudden he had that heckle, same moment heckle. "Hey, Paget's got a stain right there. Look at his little skid mark, Paget. Skid mark Paget. Skid mark Paget."
That's gonna stick.
Yeah, it did.
That one sticks.
That's what got him there in the first place. That was the problem. Like a skid mark Paget was chanted in the middle of a Pine Ridge middle school locker room.
And isn't that one of the worst things ever when, as a kid, you don't get to choose your nickname and you just pray to God that it's something even that you can mildly spin into something positive? I got lucky because I had a chipped tooth as a kid. My nickname was Chipper. I was like, that's fine. We can deal with Chipper. You can see it. Everybody gets it. You know,
Thank God you weren't missing an arm.
It's not. It's not little bit or something like that.
Here comes Stubbs.
Yeah.
Come here, Stubber.
Let's go, righty.
Right. Oh man.
It turns out kids are mean.
Oh, they're horrible.
Yeah, and they do pick the easiest thing to identify you by to call you.
I'm sorry. I was a chubbier kid growing up, and I remember I walked into the restroom. Someone ran on the other side. It was Answell. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
He ran across the hallway and sees me, and he goes, "Oh, man, that's a boy." Because he thought I had, like, tits and, like, you know what I mean?
He was running at you because he thought you were a girl?
Well, he just was confused because I walked into the men's bathroom. He thought a woman had just walked into the men's bathroom because I had, like, I was chubbier. I had man boobs and stuff. So, yeah, it was.
Mitts.
Also,
Admits,
Answell, why are you this defensive
That
over
is
the
so
men's
funny.
bathroom? Who gave you the job of protector of boys' bathroom on floor 2 here in Oak Ridge?
He saw a situation and it was time to step up.
Right.
We're being attacked by the girls.
There's some girl with her boobs out running in
Oh,
here.
no. We're not going to let the girls do this to us.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wait a minute.
I was in middle
That's
school.
a boy.
Take it back, guys. One of us.
Yeah, what?
Somebody get the chubby Colombian.
Did that result in a nickname, though?
Fat boy.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
At least it was fat boy instead of fat girl, though.
That sounds like more like a description
Yeah.
than a nickname per se.
there's
Did
nothing-
you have a nickname in school?
Tornado, potato.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Rip NATO now is
I
my
gotcha.
new nickname.
it's Rip.
What is yours? What was yours, Joel?
I didn't have
You
one.
didn't have one? I feel like that's
People
a
just
lie.
mispronounce my name a lot.
Yeah.
No,
Hey, Joel and Joe.
I don't think you had a nickname. Just private school, right? Or not private school.
I did
but-
all of them. I just did public school, private school, homeschool, all of it.
I feel
Nobody
like-
ever gave me a nickname.
Nicknames are just bred in public school.
Oh, yeah.
They're
In
like
college, I started getting Jolsey, and I tried to stop it.
Jolsey? That's not
Hey,
terrible.
Jolsey, and I was like, "Don't do that." My name's shorter than that. Why would you make it longer?
There's nothing worse than confronting over something like a nickname that you don't like.
Especially when it's that innocent. You're like, hey.
Cut it out.
Hey.
Don't ever say that.
My mother's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to confront this. You just don't call me.
Don't do that.
Don't call me Rossalina. You don't have to do that.
Rossi?
My nickname in middle school was SpongeBob because I kept wearing SpongeBob shirts and I just ran with it. And thank God, because SpongeBob was kind of cool.
Still cool.
Yeah,
Still holds up.
I don't think there was ever a time where SpongeBob wasn't cool. I had a friend though who had a nickname. I won't tell you who it was. It was Chase, my brother.
Skid mark?
Skid mark.
Yeah.
So Skid mark.
Cast iron undie pants?
So he definitely got the skid mark thing. This is his story to tell, but his real nickname, he had a couple. He had a PE teacher. Man, PE just ruined him.
Oh, they're the worst.
I just realized that both of these events are from period 3.
And by the way, PE coaches are just those 12-year-old jackasses grown up. That's all they are.
That's all they are.
They're here to abuse.
But he had a PE coach that would be, he would never pronounce the D in our name. So he was, Paget, go take a lap.
Paget. Oh, that's so good.
He got Paget.
Oh, my God
And
almighty.
then when he was in high school, I remember this, and I remember finding out his nickname and thinking, man, that's so cool. My brother's so cool. I'm like formative years. He can make such an impact. I'm looking up to my brother, and he's my hero. And I find out his nickname, and I think it sounds cool. And then like a month later, I find out the definition. Everyone in high school called him Chafe. they called
Chafe Paget.
But yeah, for a while there, his name.
Now
was,
we know what inspired his
Wasn't he
creativity.
Wasn't he a band kid as well? That like
he was in a band.
and he
dude.
played a horn.
He played trumpet. He was a trumpet guy.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say,
I'm gonna tell you, in the world of being picked on, the only thing he needed to add to that is theater.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is the trifecta of getting bullied for the remainder of your existence.
if you were in a jazz history class and they told you about the greatest trumpeter of all time, Chafe Paget. Yeah, I mean, it adds up.
I love you, Chase. I love you so
It does
much.
not ring like Miles Davis.
No, it does not.
Or Charlie Parker.
We're gonna get him on
Man,
the
can
pod
he-
soon to
he can-
talk about that.
You can pucker on a horn, bubba.
I'm so scared. As a new dad, I'm so scared of other kids.
Oh yeah. Trust me, that's the number one thing. But I mean, man, that packet can blow.
I did already warn Olivia though, because Miles is huge.
Yeah, he's
Massive.
He's the size of a tight end now. And I told her, I was like, as he gets older, people are going to think he's older than he is.
Yeah.
And they aren't as nice to the big kid.
Well,
And I'm not talking about, I'd be like, he's just going to be 6'3" before you know it.
Yeah.
And I was like, always say his age.
That's
at the playground.
good.
Be like,
good
he's
news
3.
for me.
He's 3. He's not a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Don't
3.
treat him
He's
like
not
that.
He let me in today.
Yeah,
He's like, Jim,
let me check the paperwork here. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
come on in. They're in the back.
But that's where all the innocence gets lost, right? And this is one thing I really wanted to talk about because you, Renedo, are the one who doesn't have kids right now. I'm a new dad. Joel has kids. Like we're the evolution, the human evolution of fatherhood, where you've got a couple decades underneath your belt. I've got months. You've got years.
Just hit 15 last week.
I am so scared of that leap. That has to be the biggest influence on a kid because it was for me. It is for other humans, which is other humans that look like you, sound like you, aka around your age. Is there anything that you can do to combat that, or you just let it ride?
Let me hit you. You ready?
Yeah.
Don't do anything. Like, don't do. My kids were in private school for like 6 months, and I walked into the school. I'm like, oh, it's all rich white people. That's not what I want my kids to believe that the world is made of. Is people that have affluence to the point where they have no connection to the real world or actual world. So what I would say is, outside of abuse, let it roll. And even if it's tough, you got to let it roll because that's how you create that resilience to move out into the world. I find that parents that protect their kids too much are really doing the biggest disservice of all time to them. They're giving them no tools to work with.
Yeah, you need some adversity.
Yeah. I got picked on relentlessly as a kid.
Yeah.
And it worked out just fine.
Yeah, no, it's
I mean, you use that as a weapon. I mean, you learn how to use those things, and not in just entertainment. I got lucky that way, but in business, I will tell you, because you just learn to find BS immediately when you have that resilience. When you deal with kids who don't have money to eat and don't have shoes and they're borrowing everything, that just teaches you things.
And then before we go to break,
agree.
does the adversity, is it fun to watch?
No.
It's the worst to watch.
It's the worst.
Right?
It's the worst because you feel like I can solve everything right now. And that's the worst thing to do.
Yeah, you're essentially watching your child run towards a brick wall.
Exactly.
And you can see the brick wall, and you know how to stop them, and you have to just be like,
faster!
yeah. And then they look back, and you're holding Advil and Neosporin. You're like, yeah, I ran into that wall, too.
Do you want to go hold my baby real fast, Jim?
Oh, God.
Let's go hold the baby. We'll be right back. We have to take a quick break for commercials. This is so much fun. Stay right there. Don't touch anything. I'm freaking out. I can't wait to let my kid run into a brick wall. I think
We'll be right back with more Cast Iron Daddies.
The Orange County Regional History Center is back at it again, offering you 4 floors of exhibits exploring 14,000 years of Central Florida's rich heritage. If you have a family, it's time to sign up your kids to the early bird camp registration from February 2nd to March 3rd.
It's summer camp season. Any parents that know that it's time to plan the summer now. Got to have your plans locked in, and the History Center's got you set. As always, they've got their great Third Thursday event, February 20th from 5 to 9 p.m. Open late. It's a great date night.
If you just dropped the ball on some other date night, it's time to fix it.
If you don't want to be history, go see some.
Oh,
and it's free. Free. Come get some free history at the Orange County History Center.
thehistorycenter.org. Thank you. Thank you very much. This has been a very fun time already, and you're about to come right back into another very fun time. My name is Rauce. That is Joel.
For now.
And that is Nico Renedo.
Yes, sir.
And a very special guest, a very good friend. I don't even want to call you. Calling you a good friend feels like disrespectful to me.
That's how I take it.
Yeah, that is Jim Colbert.
You gonna let him talk to you like that, Jim?
Yeah.
Bestie.
Ew.
Oh, my God. Dude.
Okay. We'll dump that. We'll delete that in post.
You don't dump here.
Yeah, we don't dump here. It's all podcast. But I wanted to kick off this segment by going straight to content. Are you ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
Jim, this is something that we like to call funny moments in history.
Funny moments in history.
Yes.
I'm the 4th member of this show, whether you guys like it or not.
He is getting a little drunk with power. That
Might just
announcer.
actually be drunk.
Yeah, that announcer guy's got a heel.
Did it tell you what time he recorded that?
Oh, yeah, what was this guy's going off?
Feeling himself.
Yeah.
A funny moment in history, July 20th, 1801, Massachusetts. 1801, what is that? 224 years ago. Nailed it. An epic effort took place. An entire town came together to combine the milk of 900 cows. An entire town in Massachusetts came together to make a gigantic piece of cheese. It was a gift from John Leyland, who was head cheesemeister, a Baptist preacher who headed this
Cheesemeister?
heroic operation. Reports say that farmers quickly dropped everything they were doing to help out with this enormous piece of cheese. How big is this cheese? How about 4 feet in diameter? How about 13 feet in circumference? How about 17 inches in height? Once cured, it weighed 1,235 pounds. Stashed in the East Room of the White House, for it was a gift given to Thomas Jefferson.
But it was also looked at as an assassination attempt because he was lactose intolerant.
This is how crazy the 1800s were. This piece of cheese kind of goes viral. It becomes famous. It even inspired poet Thomas Kennedy to compose an ode to its honor. It arrived on December 29th, 1801. Leyland himself was on hand to present, pointing out something something kind of funny. This is where the funny moment in history comes. This guy's a Baptist preacher, right? And he goes, yo, TJ, Tommy Jeff, T. Jeffs, I got you the biggest piece of cheese the world has ever seen. And by the way, I want to personally let you know Not a single slave made this piece of cheese.
Wow.
Oh.
Certified slave free.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was all from farmers. This is a progressive piece of cheese.
That's woke cheese.
That's woke cheese right there.
Yeah.
Tommy Jeffs is like, yo, what are you trying to tell me right now? Are you trying to challenge my stance on slavery? And this guy's like, yeah, playboy. Yeah. Now enjoy your cheese. But what is also unbelievably funny is that he passively aggressively stamped this enormous piece of cheese with a Thomas Jefferson quote. Rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God.
Oh, my God almighty.
Wow.
The gifting of the big cheese didn't end there. Even more mammoth cheese arrived at the White House in 1835. It started a tradition. Liberal cheese right on Tommy Jeff's face.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And that is your funny moment in history.
This has been Funny Moments in History.
They always tell me not to end that little thing that we do there with the outro because we have an outro, but then we just double outro regardless.
Yeah.
And that's how that is. Yeah.
I was going to remind him to do it, but then I knew he just would anyway, and then he
that's
did it.
It was a punk rock piece of cheese. I love that quote, dude. That quote is so funny. Imagine
Called him a
getting
tyrant on a piece of cheese.
rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God. Now enjoy your monster.
You monster.
You monster.
I thought you were going to talk about when you said 1801, and I think it's a little bit after this. I thought you were going to talk about the that molasses flood in Boston. Did you guys ever hear about that?
No.
A molasses plant. It exploded, or the thing.
I did.
and it flooded the city with 4 feet of hot molasses.
Yeah.
and wound up like killing 60 or 70 or 100 people or something. It was some ridiculous thing. But just imagine a wave of syrup. Hot syrup coming down the crazy.
It almost.
Like a
I would
mudslide.
spend too long looking at it and trying to figure out what it was to get away from
And the
it.
next thing you know, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can't be moving that rapidly though,
Yeah,
right?
honestly, if you die from
there's
molasses, dude, that's on you. Like, I
reminds-
don't want to victim blame, but like,
It reminds me of that scene in Austin
Austin Powers,
Yeah,
like,
when the roller's coming. Yeah, and he just has plenty of time.
and it just keeps coming back to him screaming, and it's just slowly coming after.
Like there's a phrase, "slow as molasses" for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
but
Yeah.
Dang, you get caught up. It's like quicksand.
You know, like if a turtle stabbed me, that's on me. That thing is slow.
Yeah.
If I got shanked, if it was a Ninja Turtle, that's different. All
Yeah,
right?
that's different.
I'm not trying. They
Any type of ninja, that's not on you.
even if it's a turtle. But yeah, I'm kind of with you, Renedo, man. If you get killed by molasses, what the hell were you doing, dude?
Yeah. You were not paying attention.
But I've never heard that. I've never heard the cheese thing.
Yeah, the cheese thing.
I love stuff like that. I've never heard it.
It's a rebellious piece of cheese. So I wanted to ask you guys this of things that you guys have been watching.
Oh, yeah?
I watched one of the funniest things in television history last night.
Emilia Perez.
No.
Oh, God.
The funniest thing. So we've talked about it a little bit on the pod, but it needs to. Let me bring it back. Beep beep beep. MrBeast and this Beast Games show is making the most savage reality TV.
You are fascinated with this show. You literally have talked to me about this show 10 times.
It's like watching Rat Race, but without Mr. Bean,
Right.
And with real normies, with a divorced cat lady.
And what you tell me is like the interesting thing on television, the hosts are trying to maintain some there's a respect level you want for the host. So they
Yes,
can't
exactly.
they can't like matter of fact, it makes news like when the Wheel of Fortune guys or when they would get snarky with the contestants, that makes news immediately. Did you hear what Sajak said about this guy? But with this show, you're telling me that they are like they go
top.
hard.
Imagine this: a guy, he's a veteran, he's lost his entire troop out in warfare, and they're going like, "Here's $100,000 if you hit that button, or it sends everybody home. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do?" And then you have MrBeast in this guy's ear going, "That's so much money. That's so much money. You could change your life with that amount of money.
Wow,
You
really?
could buy any car you want." And
That's
he
crazy.
Is such an asshat about how much money. He says it throughout the entire show going, "I have infinite money.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want." This past episode, or episode 6, this is what they did to eliminate people. They grabbed all the remaining contestants. They gave them an IQ test.
Oh God.
if you finish last, you're eliminated.
Oh my God.
So first and foremost, boom. Oh, get ready. It gets worse. So whoever fails this test, and they're all right there in the class, and they announce last place, you are eliminated. The floor drops. Boom. Sorry, you're dumb. You're
Later, dumb.
too stupid. Sorry.
Too stupid to win this stupid game.
You couldn't understand the dumb little riddles. So then
Did they just do the Cracker Barrel thing where you take the little golf tees out?
right? So then
You're
they
too
go.
stupid to push a button.
So they kick out the dumbest person in the class, right? They then announce the first place person who, they won the thing. They put them up on the stage, and then they announce second place, third place, fourth place. They put them all in line to their IQ. Then they ask the first person, the guy who won the whole thing, goes, who do you want to go against in trivia? So then the first person looks at whoever is the dumbest person and goes, that girl.
Yeah.
I want that person. So it's this smart guy, dumb girl, trivia. And that's the game on how they eliminate.
Wow.
And here comes the funniest part. The dumb people dunked on the smart people because it was all like TV trivia.
Right. It's all
Yeah, I was
cultural,
gonna say
it's all
trivia.
cultural stuff, right?
Yeah. It wasn't like, what is the quadratic formula?
Right, yeah.
It was like, who is Homer Simpson's kid's name?
Yeah.
And all these like genius.
You know what a lot of
nerds.
dumb people do? Go to Ale House and hit trivia night.
That's exactly what they do.
Like, I know
I'm
all
going
this.
tomorrow.
I could
Me too. I'll see you there.
I could not believe that they were like, yep, you are the dumbest person right now on this stage. And the smartest person will be going against the dumbest person over and over and over again.
Wild.
Yeah, they don't. He doesn't have to worry about being canceled because, like you said, he has infinite money. If you're the producer, if you're the executive producer, you do not have to worry about any of that. And plus, what is it on a network or?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, there you go. You're
It's
good.
Amazon and MrBeast, who is independently wealthy.
It's just all the
Without
money.
Amazon's money.
They don't have to worry about any of that. That's why all the TV shows went to streaming because they don't have to worry about the rules.
Well, this show has no rules, apparently.
Smart IQ people, dumb IQ people, they all some of their trivia was spelling. Imagine spelling a word for $5 million.
Oh my God.
That's also the prize money that is for the entire show. It's the largest amount of money ever given in TV history.
Could you guys do that? If I gave you a word right now, do you think
Brother.
you could spell it for even $10?
So this was the word that they
Oh,
dropped
good.
the
Okay,
ball
good,
on.
good.
You ready?
Good.
So this is what cost someone $5 million. Counselor.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one, right?
Yeah, that is a good one.
I'll give
Am
it.
I
Got
supposed to?
real quiet.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wait, are we allowed to do the thing where you just type C-O and then your phone spells it?
Isn't it like COUNSCELLOR or something like that? Isn't there like a weird
It's not.
There's a question mark in there somewhere.
or COUNCELL
And what's so
or
bad,
something like that?
What's so bad is that so it's
Or
C.
it's one L.
I tried to just spell it right now, and it's like one of those things where even the computer's like, brother, I got nothing.
I've never tried to spell a word this long.
Where are you going?
Deep
I don't-
seek it.
I don't do 3 syllables.
Yeah.
Counselor. Yeah, that joke works. Yeah. No, how to spell counselor? COUN. This is when it gets tricky. SELOR.
Yeah, one L is a big trap there.
You thought it was the L.
Yeah,
I thought
no.
it was the SE.
Yeah, well, no, it's weird because some of those have like SC together, but it's like the double L's. We just got the trivia I go to. They do a thing called the Mandela effect, which is a really cool thing.
Oh, yeah.
like it says. You remember Looney Tunes? How's it spelled?
Oh God, it's
right.
I've seen those. Is it 2 O's? I think it's 2 O's or 1 O.
Two O's where?
Or is it 2 N's? Something.
It's LOONEY. The thing that gets you is it's not TOONS because it is a cartoon. It's TUNES.
Wow.
Like a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
Yeah,
Stupid
exactly.
freaking
That's like those things
Mandela
are
effect.
maddening.
Yeah, maddening. What are like your soft spot words? I know you're a wordsmith. You love words. You love crossword puzzles and like Sudokus, which have nothing to do with words, but you see where I'm getting at.
Love it. And my dad thought I was a math person, but actually, like a word thing is like. But the word I was going to say is ascension.
What the hell, dude?
Spell the word ascension.
I know it's an A.
Okay.
But I don't. But
You owe him $10. He nailed it.
I'm asking you, and I don't even know. But those are words like that, like words that have that SC combination.
We should know this
it's
because we
ASC.
play Zelda, and that's one of the powers is
Yeah.
ascension.
So I'm going ASCENI. Took a nap.
Yeah.
All right, back. Here we go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. But a Wednesday was one of those
TION,
words.
right?
And it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's moments like that. Whether I find like yesterday's underwears in my pants or finding a simple word that I'm like, I know how to spell Wednesday. Oh,
But do you know how to spell Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what my teachers like. Call it Wednesday.
Yeah,
and you'll never not spell it.
took me forever for Wednesday.
The one that got me really bad, and I remember doing this during a speech class. I was reading Charlie Brown.
Okay.
Some Charlie Brown stuff.
Oh, what tricked you on Charlie
just-
Brown words, dude?
Spell the word discotheque.
Oh,
What is Charlie Brown doing in this story?
Because they say dancing in a discotheque manner.
Oh, it's got a QUE.
It's got a THE too or something. It looks like discloth. Like when you see it, it looks like discloth, but it's discotheque. And I got laughed at openly. Openly. Chip tooth, fresh from P-Town, still got the accent. Hey, y'all, it's discotheque or discloth.
Discloth.
Oh, my God. Just hammered over it.
Yeah, he can't spell. Look at that chip tooth.
His mullet says it all.
Real judgy. Renedo, tell me there's a word that you're like, you get flustered with when it comes to like, God, I hate that word.
It's the short ones, too, that kill you for that.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of like, oh, it's got French background. I'm like, oh, come on,
Yeah.
whatever, man.
I remember in school, my teacher called a parent-teacher conference for me because they were concerned because I kept writing "their" wrong, like they are.
There's like
their.
15 ways you could do it.
Right. Or what? No, sorry, it was not there. It was said. Said.
Oh,
That is much simpler.
SAID, right?
Yeah.
But I used to always spell it SAYED, like
like
Syed.
Syed?
Yeah, like Syed. So they were like,
Saeed.
he's a junior in high school. He should have had this by now.
Oh, whoa, wait.
Junior in high
Who
school.
saw the I See Dead People there? Who saw that?
God,
Anyone ever had a parent-teacher conference as a junior in high school? You drove yourself to a parent-teacher conference?
That's why I was considered.
He drove his own parents there.
Mom, Dad, get in the back seat. I got to get in trouble.
Oh, is that principal got something for you guys?
Who saw?
Did you hear what I say yet?
Oh my God.
But
I was not expecting that, dude. That was.
they were worried.
They were worried.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, I get it, but it still trips me up. I have to think about it.
Well,
One of my kids had a headache at school, and I got a text that said, "Can I get some capital I, capital B, Profrin?"
Oh.
And Profrin was a mess.
So
I had to stare at that. I was like, "What?" I thought he was saying, "Ibuprofen, baby,
Profin, baby, you be profin, I be profin.
Yeah, I got a headache and ibuprofen.
man, I'm trying to think of like those high school moments of like parent teachers getting in trouble. I stopped getting in trouble in high school, but the one time that my mom got called in is because I farted on a kid.
Oh my God.
Okay, and just to make things even worse,
Like you
too-
pointed it at him? Like you walked up and turned around? And
Yeah. Like I was turning in a test, and I definitely just farted on this kid, and we were frenemies. I'd like to think we were frenemies because I don't want to look at myself as a high school like Laramie Project bully because he was also gay. But I was not
man.
farting on him because he was gay. I was farting on him because he's a turd. He was.
Did he just think it was your clone?
You know what I'm trying
It's like, "Hey, Paget farted on me."
But so like
Skid mark
to be honest with you, I feel like it's also really offensive if I just think that he's gay because he never came out to me. He never told me. That
Wait,
he's
you
gay.
just assumed?
Dude,
It was safe to say.
it was safe to say that's why the fart came off like a hate crime. That's why the fart came off like way more like.
That's why it is a hate crime.
Well, no, I did. Like I said, I didn't fart on him because he liked other dudes. I farted on him because he was also like he was like a George Costanza.
Yeah, you just fart on people in high school. It just happens.
I got in big trouble. In middle school, I'm trying to think of the times though that like my mom got pulled in And she definitely got pulled in with the whole like fart thing.
I got paddled so much in high school because I did not want to get detention because if I was home, I was going to get my ass kicked heftily. And the ass kicking I got in school was so much easier to take than the one I got that my dean used to call my mom and just like confirm the ass whipping. There was no, "Hi, Mrs. Colbert, we have an issue with your son here." She would just pick up the phone and say, "Give it to him."
Yeah.
And then hang up. And I would get 3 swats, pop, 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 every single time. I bet I got paddled 10 times in high school from junior on.
What's the paddle like?
Yeah, yardstick.
No, it's a piece of plexiglass that had holes drilled in it.
All right.
And then it had tape around there like a handle, and they would take you in, and you would bend over a chair, and they had to have a witness to make sure that you weren't getting abused. So the dean would bring in.
I think it was to make sure you were getting abused.
Right, yeah. The dean would bring in like an aide or something, and they would grab your belt loop.
To watch.
They would grab your back belt loop, and they would, because what you do is if you knew you were getting paddled, sometimes they would tell you, like, you have to go in tomorrow morning and you have to get your licks, right? That was the whole idea. So you'd put on like 2 or 3 pair of underwear or gym shorts or something under.
Okay, now I'm not the crazy guy.
Yeah,
Right.
you were just ready to get paddled.
Yeah, I was just ready to get paddled on the left thigh only.
But that dean figured it out, and they would grab your belt loop and pull your jeans so tight. It would actually almost give you like a man toe, and they would pull it so tight that so you would feel the pad, and they would only hit one cheek. They would not spread the paddle out across both cheeks. So they would take the tip of that paddle and it would just right on your left cheek. Oh,
Quality over quantity
my
going
God.
per cheek.
So good.
Yeah, that checks out.
God.
So you were also getting a wedgie.
Yeah.
That's
Which I liked. It was cool.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. I
I
enjoyed
discovered
that.
I'm into that.
I enjoyed the wedgies. It was weird though because this kid in my math class would always fart on me or whatever.
You guys had a lot of farting now.
I just can't help but think that story how it would go in today's day and age.
Oh,
Oh
see,
yeah, you get arrested.
I think that's a geography thing. Because I always say, so in my school, if you farted on somebody, you are getting beat up.
Yeah.
Like that's a fist fight immediately because of the respect issue. Like we didn't, like
Yeah,
kids when I grew up, they didn't play that whole, you could
right.
disrespect them, like you could put your finger in their hamburger or do stuff like that. But if you farted on them, that was different. That was almost borderline gay to them.
See, I'd rather get farted on than get my burger, hand blasted. I
Yep.
don't want that.
They would come up and stick their hand right in your burger and go, "You gonna eat that?" And then you'd be like, "No," and then they take your burger and eat it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time I got actually mad at one of my friends because I woke up, I was taking a little nap, and I woke up, I opened my eyes, and all I see is him squatting down, just pushing, trying to get a...
Oh, I thought he was bagging you.
Oh, no, well, I think it was like trying to do a little bit of both, but yeah, he was ultimately trying to, and I got up. and
Oh,
I was
man.
Like, Don't
Oh,
you
the old black a bag.
Yeah.
We call that PB and hay.
The old pee bag.
We had a kid in 3rd grade named Steven, and we were playing capture the flag, and he pooped his pants and then never came back to school.
He moved.
I don't know what happened to him. He went to a different school.
Okay. Maybe it was.
He lived in my neighborhood, and I saw him one time, and I was like, "What happened?" And he was like, "No." That was it.
Talk about it.
Yeah. Getting in trouble. That is such a riot of a time. We have a new bit. We have something. You just pulled your shoulder out.
No. I just hit the mic on accident.
All right. Let's just play the intro, and then we'll get into it, and we'll see how this works. We like to call this NATO news. It's half real news story, half personal news story.
Okay.
Simultaneously at the same time.
All right.
Okay. You know what? Let's just start it. Here we go.
It's time for some NATO news. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. I'll hit it.
All right. Welcome to NATO
This
news.
guy keeps getting better and better.
Renedo, you have 2 news stories. One of them isn't a real news story. It's from your own personal life from this last week. I also sent you a news story that you have not read. Okay. I will be demanding you to flip and switch between the 2 news stories. Are you ready to start off with your personal news story? Start off with your personal news story. What happened to you this past week?
So I lost a tool.
Okay, you lost the tool.
I
Tools get lost.
I don't think it was put back properly, and that's frustrating.
Okay, all right. Now give me the real news story.
Australian TV presenter Nikki Buckley shared her personal story of a scary home birth experience.
All right, now back to your news story.
It's just upsetting, especially when you're in like a rush and you're trying to go somewhere and you really need that Allen wrench set. You don't know what size the Allen wrench is, so you need the set.
Yeah.
And you can find Allen wrench here, Allen wrench there, but you need the set.
All right, now go back to real news.
Her water broke unexpectedly. She found herself in the bath preparing to give birth.
All right, back to your news story.
As I'm setting up this studio, I'm carrying this chair. This chair is unhinged. It is not set up properly. It fell off, broke my toe, my big toe.
All right, now back to the news story.
Despite complications, including the baby's head turning blue, her husband and a friend called an ambulance, and the situation ended well with the arrival of paramedics.
All right, back to your news story.
More of the story is I couldn't fit my other chair into my car, so I needed my Allen wrench set to take off the legs. But
there it is. And there's your NATO news. I like how both of those news stories started actually connecting.
They really did.
The chair was the at-home birth.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And if they had had an Allen wrench, that baby would have come out way quicker.
Not as blue.
Yeah.
And that is episode 41 of Good Sauce with Rauce and Joel. A little limited edition with Good Sauce with Rauce and Joel.
I got the holographic card.
With Jim and Nico Renedo. Jim, thanks for your time. Of course. Thanks for everything that you've always done for me. I almost said
see you again, Chip.
I almost said to me, and that's for Patreon. All right,
This guy Jolsey is a killer, man.
yeah, Jolsey, it's gonna stick. Thanks for listening. Shout out to wives and mothers. Shout out to all of our beautiful listeners. You have a wonderful week. Bye.
There's those underwear.
Oh, gross. Tickle him.
This episode is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
Injured on the go?
Just call Mo.
Listen, if you are going through something and you need a personal injury attorney, it's Mo DeWitt. Whether it's motorcycle, slip and fall, bus, if it has anything to do with your well-being and a vehicle and an incident, you need to call Mo DeWitt.
He's a beast in the community. He sponsors live events, supports local businesses just like ours, and he's definitely the first one you should call if you need a personal injury attorney. He has represented countless Central Floridians when they're in their biggest moment of need. He'll do the same for you. Injured on the go?
Just call Mo.